leaked team radio captures the chaos as Lewis Hamilton's brakes fail mid-race. Hear his tense exchange with Ferrari engineer Riccardo Adami during one of Singapore's most dramatic moments. Ferrari's Lewis Hamilton has been handed a 5-second post-race penalty following the Singapore Grand Prix, after stewards ruled he left the track without a valid reason during the final stages. Hamilton was caught on camera cutting across turns 2, 16, and 17 on the penultimate lap. His onboard footage revealed clear moments of struggle, which he later attributed to a front left brake failure that hampered his ability to turn properly. The issue cost him valuable time and nearly his position. He crossed the line just 4 tenths ahead of Fernando Alonso, who immediately complained over team radio about Hamilton's off-track shortcuts. After reviewing the incident, the FIA concluded that Hamilton's excursions warranted punishment, adding a 5-second time penalty to his result. The adjustment dropped him from 7th to 8th place in the final classification. During the hearing, the driver confirmed that he left the track at several occasions. He was trying to manage a brakes issue situation, the FIA document read. This being said, after further investigation, and in accordance with the list of exemptions foreseen in the driving standards guidelines, the stewards considered that this was not a justifiable reason and apply the usual penalty for such type of infringement. This was not contested by the team representative nor the driver. Ferrari's weekend took a hit right from qualifying, with Lewis Hamilton managing only 6th and teammate Charles Leclerc just behind in 7th. The disappointing grid positions left both drivers mired in heavy traffic from the start, effectively ending any realistic shot at a podium. Sky Sports F1 pundit and former world champion Jenson Button pointed out that Ferrari's struggles go beyond just on-track pace. He noted that the immense pressure on the team's leadership often spills into their race strategy, sometimes clouding judgment and leading to decisions made out of desperation rather than confidence. You can't be afraid to fail, and that's what it feels like at Ferrari. I think everyone feels it's easy to be pushed out the door, and it's not a nice feeling to have, Button said following qualifying. You need to have consistency throughout the team. It gives everyone confidence and the drivers confidence. So, I hope that's not the case next year. I hope that they see out the whole year together because there's going to be so much change for the first race, but also the 24th race of the year. So much is going to change throughout the year. After Charles Leclerc was overtaken by Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli, Ferrari called for a tactical swap, allowing Lewis Hamilton to go on the offensive. However, when Hamilton couldn't make the move stick, he returned the position to Leclerc. What seemed like a routine 6th and 7th for the team quickly unraveled. Both Ferraris were struck by brake troubles in the closing laps, leaving Hamilton vulnerable to a charging Fernando Alonso. Despite the issue, Hamilton narrowly held on to 7th at the flag, just 4 tenths ahead of the Aston Martin driver. Furious over what he saw as unfair racing, Alonso didn't hold back, venting his frustration over the team radio for all to hear. It marked Hamilton's second brush with the FIA stewards in as many days. He'd only just been cleared of an alleged red flag violation during FP3. But while the officials showed leniency, Fernando Alonso certainly didn't. In the heat of the moment after the race, the Spaniard's frustration was palpable, making it clear he had little sympathy for his old rival's defense. This should be P7. I mean, no respect for the red flag yesterday. Today, free track for them. Maybe too much, he continued, when Alonso's race engineer, Andrew Vasseur, informed him that Hamilton had exceeded track limits more than 4 times. The Aston Martin driver didn't hesitate to weigh in. With trademark bluntness, Alonso delivered his own judgment over the radio, making it clear he believed Hamilton deserved a penalty for repeatedly pushing beyond the limits. And it turns out he'd get what he wished for. 5 seconds minimum, Alonso declared. For me, you cannot drive when the car is not safe, you know? Sometimes they try to disqualify me with no mirror and now you have no brakes and everything is fine. I doubt it. In the cockpit, here's what transpired. Up until that stage, Hamilton had kept his car firmly on the racing line. But as the race wore on, that began to change. Struggling to slow the Ferrari under braking, he started running deep into corners and taking to the runoff areas. In several instances, it was clear the issue wasn't driver error but a braking problem that left him unable to properly rein in the car's speed. But Hamilton's troubles didn't stop there. He was also spotted cutting the inside of several corners. When his race engineer, Riccardo Adami, cautioned him over the radio to avoid doing so, Hamilton's response came swiftly and sharply. "I'm not trying to cut the course, mate." Here's the whole conversation in the cockpit. Hamilton: "Brakes are not good. I need to push now, though." Adami: "Understood." Hamilton: "Pedals going long. It's still good." Adami: "Understood." Hamilton: "Losing my brakes, mate." Adami: "Okay, we suggest lift and coast for brakes." Hamilton: "Yeah, I'm doing it big time. Lost my brakes, lost my left front." Adami: "Cool down the brakes, they will come back. They are cooling down." Hamilton: "Lost my brakes, mate." Adami: "Understood. Just cool them down and let Charles by. He's coming through now, let him by." Adami: "We've got 30 seconds gap. 2 cars behind, 4 cars behind are blue flags. 2 laps to go." Adami: "Alonso 45 seconds behind. Alonso 37 seconds behind." Hamilton: "Suggestions for brake balance." Adami: "What you are doing, just move it rearwards much as you can and engine braking as you are doing. Alonso 16 seconds behind, 1 more lap. And brake migration 1. Adami: "Alonso 10 seconds behind. Don't cut the corners." Hamilton: "I'm not trying to cut the course, mate." Adami: "Understood. Alonso 5 behind." Adami: "Alonso 2.5 behind." Hamilton: "Just leave me to it, mate. Leave me to it." As Hamilton made his way back to the pits on his in-lap, Adami informed him that a penalty was likely coming his way. Ever the optimist, Hamilton responded with a hint of hope, perhaps still believing the stewards might see the situation differently. Surely there's no penalty when it's force majeure. After the race, Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur admitted that Lewis Hamilton's Singapore Grand Prix was effectively compromised from the very start. A lingering brake issue forced the Briton to lift and coast throughout much of the race. It will be difficult to start with the positive. Yes, we were hitting not from lap 1, but from lap 2 or 3. And we had to do a lift and coast for the race. But even for them at the end, it's not easy to drive because you have to adapt your braking point each lap. Clearly, when we pushed a couple of laps with Lewis, I think the pace was decent. But you can't do 95% of the race on the back foot. So, what did you make of that exchange? Was Hamilton right to push through despite the brake failure? Or did Ferrari take it a step too far trying to keep him out?